Hey everybody. So I don't have a whole bunch of fancy visuals to show you guys tonight, but I wanted to make sure that I go ahead and go live because I know there's so many questions. It's been a really long day. We've been uh, Mark Harden, Henry County Emergency Manager, Management Director. He is in the stream, and he has had a very long day. He just got back from Kansas City with a load of over 100 cots from the American Red Cross to set up emergency shelters if needed. We have that in place here in Henry County. So everybody's kind of had a long day today. So I'm going to kind of make this kind of short, sweet. I'll try to answer a bunch of your questions. There's not a whole lot of changes with this forecast, with maybe one exception. What you're looking at right now, believe it or not, in winter, and we're talking about a winter storm, is the lightning flash density. This will tell us how many lightning flashes over a short period of time. And this is what's very concerning to me. This was obviously on the short term model. It has held steady now for the last 3 runs of the model. The newest data just come out and is showing yet even more lightning flashes. That means we talked about this last night a little bit. There's going to be some convective bands that move into the area on Saturday night and Sunday. And in certain areas, if you're underneath one of these stronger convective cells, we have to start talking about the potential of thunder ice and thunder snow, where we can exceed rates of 2-3 inches of snow an hour and 1/10 of an inch of ice in a half an hour. So it's very important to get this word out to you guys now versus when it happens Saturday night, because if and like I said, guys, you guys have to take this with a grain of salt. I'm telling you guys this so that you guys can prepare. I'm not saying this to fearmonger anybody. But this is something that it's a winter storm, what we typically have in January. It's something we need to prepare for, be ready for, and I mean, we're looking at worst case scenario, not be able to get on the roads for a couple days. It doesn't mean buying 100 gallons of milk or 100 loaves of bread. I mean, we're going to get back out to regular civilization probably on Tuesday. So it's not that big of a hardship, but we need to prepare if we can. So I want to go through this here real quick with you. This is the lightning flash density. Here is the timestamp. And as we start moving into Sunday morning, when our temperatures are going to be cold, you notice there is several lightning flashes in and around west central Missouri. And this is very concerning for multiple reasons. Number one is the fact that we could get thunder snow, thunder sleet, thunder ice. So regardless, we're going to get likely a bunch of winter precipitation. Now, we're right on the borderline, guys, between sleet, freezing rain, and snow. So I wish I could look into a crystal ball and say, hey, it's going to be sleet, or hey, it's going to be all snow. But that's going to be impossible. From points Kansas City down to Nevada is a big question mark exactly what variety of winter precipitation that we're going to get the most of. We're going to get some of everything. We're going to get snow on the backside of this system late Sunday morning into Sunday afternoon. That's when I think we'll pick up our 2 to 5 inches of snow. But it's what falls before that is what's concerning. So that's the lightning flash density for Sunday morning. So we definitely need to be prepared for several rounds of possible thunder ice, thunder snow, thunder sleet here around west central Missouri. I am going to jump over here. Now, I am just looking at the short-term HRRR high-resolution model. This is actually taking real-time data and pumping it into the models and giving us a good idea of what can happen. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to come up here. About 5 model runs ago, I posted that a couple models show a little bit warmer air kind of penetrating into the storm system and maybe be able to lessen our ice totals. Well, that's pretty much gone away for just about everybody except for Vernon County. Vernon County is still kind of iffy down around Nevada. That's going to be about the focal point, the line between the warmer air and the colder air is now in a line from Nevada over to Bolivar. Points south, rain. Points north, freezing rain and sleet and snow. So I'm going to put this into motion, and you guys notice that, take a look at that timestamp. It's coming in just a little bit earlier on Saturday. Now we could see, it's not going to be, I don't think we're going to have any problems on the roadways at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. But be prepared to see some winter precipitation falling anywhere between the 1, 2, 3 o'clock time frame. Probably more than likely sometime after 2 o'clock. And then as it continues, you notice it turns to freezing rain. And really from Nevada down to almost Osceola, over to Hermitage, that where you see the green can be a mix of freezing rain and rain. Temperatures are going to be hovering 32 and a half degrees. Just a fraction of a degree is going to make all the difference in the world. And then, of course, we go into Saturday night, and about 9 o'clock or so, I think we're really going to start to see some impacts on the roadways. And then we go into the overnight, and then once we get into Sunday morning, it becomes extremely heavy. And that's about the time we were seeing some of that thunder, that convective storms in west central Missouri. So we could have some freezing rain and have a thunderstorm. And that's not good news. Okay, that can up our totals very quickly. And then we go through mid-morning till about lunchtime. Here, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, about 4 or 5 o'clock, we're going to see everything transition into snow. And we will have a few hours of snowfall here in west central Missouri. So our snowfall totals have not gone up any. Okay, but our ice accumulations might have jumped up just a little bit due to the fact of the convective nature of these storm systems. So here is what we can expect. Light winter precipitation begins around 2 o'clock here in west central Missouri. We'll have periods of freezing rain and sleet, maybe some convective thunder snow, thunder sleet, thunder ice overnight into Sunday morning. Snow begins Sunday in the early afternoon, and we're looking at 2 to 5 inches of snow. And the higher amounts of snow likely are going to be in Cass, Johnson, and Pettis counties. I'd say for most of us here in Bates, St. Clair, Vernon, Henry, over toward Benton County, I say 2 to 3 inches is going to be a good running total for us. And the main reason is because we're going to have much more ice than those our friends to the north. And then we have 1/4 inch to a 1/2 inch of ice on average. I will not be surprised if we do see some amounts greater than a 1/2 inch of ice in certain areas here in west central Missouri. Right now, kind of the bullseye right now is Bates, St. Clair, Henry, and Benton County. That's the bullseye right now of the heaviest ice. So that is what we have to keep in mind. And remember, we're still a good 24 hours away from this thing. You know, models are kind of coming in agreement. We've got the short-term model playing to our favor right now. Let's take a look, since we're on the HRRR short-term model. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the projections. This is snowfall totals. And you see that big drop off kind of in between Nevada, Osceola, Hermitage, Bolivar, and South. And then just to the north, 4 inches in Clinton, maybe upward to around 5 inches Harrisonville, 5 to 6 inches in Johnson County, and then 3-4 inches possibly in Benton County. I don't think they're going to be quite that high. I think we're going to have a little bit more sleet and freezing rain. And here's the freezing rain totals. So Benton County, Cass County, Henry County, northern St. Clair, Benton County, that's where we're going to start to see some of those heavier totals of ice accumulations. I think these totals are likely going to be higher than this. A little bit less snow and a little bit higher ice content. The National Weather Service struggled whether or not to put us under an ice storm warning or a winter storm warning, because the criteria for a severe ice storm warning is 0.25 inches of ice. That's 1/4 inch of ice. And here we are projected maybe on the low end 1/4 inch up to 4, 5, maybe 6/10 of ice. And they opted to go with the winter storm warning. Their wording talks about the potential for significant icing, and that's the way they left it. On Sunday, if we get a change over to snow a little bit earlier, they have already talked about placing a blizzard warning for parts of west central Missouri, including Kansas City, Wyandotte County, Lafayette County, all the way up to St. Joe. Because right now we're anticipating winds 35 to 45 miles per hour starting Sunday, late Sunday morning into Sunday night. So that's just going to add insult to injury. We're actually going to sit there and have that potential for power outages, because we get a 1/2 inch of ice on power lines and tree branches, and they're going to be coming down. So that's where we are at right now, guys. So kind of scrolling down through here, and again, I've been doing nothing but live streams and all day long today. So my voice is about shot. I think I answered most of these questions. We talked about the timing. We talked about Nevada. We talked about Lee Summit. Okay. All right. So I think I touched on everybody's questions that they posted in chat. And again, I mean, this is nothing to panic over, nothing to get anxiety over. Remember, we talked about last night in the live stream the 3 P's. You practice, you prepare, and now I forgot the other P. I forgot the P. Practice, prepare, perseverance. Same thing. So we need to prepare, and like I said, don't worry about the anxiety. Don't worry about this. Like I said, worst case scenario, we're not going to be able to get out on country roads for a couple days. And under what we can expect, that's going to tell us this. That's for all of West Central Missouri, guys. That's going to be for Cass, Johnson, Pettis, Benton, Henry, Bates, St. Clair, and Vernon County. Light winter precip begins around the 2 o'clock hour. Periods of freezing rain and sleet heaviest overnight Saturday. We have the potential to see some convective thunderstorms producing thunder sleet, thunder ice, and thunder snow on Sunday morning. Hey, MH, if you have your phone, make sure he said a spectrum goes out. Is there other ways to get updated? All you have to do, use your phone. If you can, MH. I've got backup power, and I've got socket fiber optic underground, so I should be up and running through the course of Saturday night and Sunday. So you can check out Subby's Weather Talk on Facebook. You can check out Subby's West Central Missouri Advisory page for live streams, my YouTube channel. You can go to Mike or to KDKD 95.3 Facebook page to get updated, as well as live streams. Yeah, Davis, I'm sorry, buddy. I think you'll have school on the 9th or the 8th. Sorry. I know the grocery store, sis. It's unbelievable, and I don't get that. I understand. Maybe go get a bag of groceries, maybe something to, in case you can't make it to town. But man, people pulling 2 shopping carts. Oh my goodness. No, Matt, I'm not doing the no rain dance. Actually, if I go out there in Speedos, that might keep the ice away. So I might try that. Blackberry Crown for Travis Hill. Man, I think I might need a shot of that and get my voice back. Hey, Colton. Sullivan. Actually, I just ran a forecast. I just ran a forecast for your county in Sullivan. And looking at just a couple inches of snow, but all ice. Thanks, Sherry. Yeah, I switched over to Socket. It's fantastic. So I'm actually going to be here at the weather studio here at my house, um, because we have Socket here, and at the weather center they're on charter. So I'm just planning on doing all the live streaming and updates here from the weather center at the house. Let's see, Woblo. Um, so you're right on that borderline. Um, I mean, if you really want to get picky about this, you look at Woblo from no ice to damaging ice of say 3/10 of an inch of ice is only about 25 miles away from you. So, if you live anywhere in Hickory, St. Clair, or Vernon County, I would still go ahead and prepare. Because, like I said, this storm system is still across the United States. If that thing wobbled just a little bit, that the freezing rain could drop south just a little bit, or it might just raise a little bit north. So that's the reason why, you can't take this forecast I'm giving you and run with it. You're going to have to check back tomorrow for updates, because very likely something is going to change in there within the next 24 hours. So make sure you check the updates. Yeah, Cassie. Right now, if things hold steady right now, if we get, say, zero point 0.4 inches of ice, there's going to be a lot of trees down, and there's going to be a lot of power outages. Yes, Mary. Windsor is going to get some ice and some snow. And keep in mind, guys, you can check 95.3 Katie Facebook page as well as Subby's Weather Talk. I have been posting some warming shelters in there for around the area. I know Sedalia, Johnson County, Cass County, I posted today. Make sure you share them with everybody. Make sure everybody has a warm place to go. First Baptist Church here in Clinton at the Annex at 209 Jefferson Street. They're going to be open every night and all the way through this week. And they got warm meals, they got cots. They're open from 6 o'clock at night till 8 o'clock in the morning every night. So if, as I had mentioned for Henry County, being in emergency management, we have a plan in place where we're going to have a very large shelter for everybody to go to. We got a pull behind generator that is going to provide electricity for a very large building. And everybody will have electricity and warm food and drink in case there's a large area of power outages. Everything here in the box that you see on the screen on what we can expect, that's for all the counties in West Central Missouri. So if you're in Cass or Bates or Henry, Benton County, Pettis, St. Clair, Vernon, you can expect 2 to 5 inches of snow and a quarter to a half inch of ice on average. We may see some totals that exceed that in our area. Yeah, that's a good point, Frank. Get chainsaws ready. All right, guys. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to end this live stream. I'm going to work on another visual that I'll post in the room and in our group and on social media. And then I'm going to likely go ahead and turn in for the night. And I will be getting an update in the morning for you early birds, likely around the 4:30 to 5 a.m. time frame. I'll be having an update, not live. I will be doing a post on all the social media platforms with all the latest updates. And of course, I'll be updating throughout the day tomorrow. All right, guys, stay weather aware, and we'll make sure we get these updates up to you guys. If you have any questions, feel free to shoot them over to me. I might not answer them tonight, but I'll make sure that I'll answer all your questions throughout the day tomorrow. Have a great night, guys.